Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Discovery Scouts and Pirates of the Caribbean film series. Simon Angels here. Today's day is Sunday, April 5th. Today's the day's about Sunday. We're still about to make a date for now. I've announced it since about entire over the years. So we did for about the whole time as much as soon as possible. Like today's date is all the time is Sunday, April 16, 2023. This is my best friends, Cornfields and Michael White and Mark Lewis. We're just gonna look out for the views. Ferrucci Junior High Schools. I just love the Ferrucci Junior High Schools. We were walking around for about most of the years. I do love Ferrucci for the tours for about much as soon as possible. Like one of the people's not here yet. For about Layson left for Ferrucci in about 2020. Then he rejoins to Elmo Ridge. You guys should see that. Ferrucci Junior High Schools. And that's a lot of spotlights can do. We're just taking a tour for about outdoor buildings for Ferrucci Junior High Schools, and we most of the times about as soon as possible for later on for about. We were walking downstairs for about. My son learned about just my friend and the teachers and staffs and my good teachers and Elmo is all the way straight to Southampton and Meridian. Besides the Glacier View Junior High School is the balance. Most of the time, we walk in for about my friendships of loves and at about 13 years. We went there for once in a while for about entire days of our life. So we were third ones about entire centers of possible. So biker safety and we're just walking the stairs. So we just did that for about the whole purpose, like as much as soon as possible for about any time as much as soon as the possibilities, right? I wanted to take a look at it for about entire junior high schools, about cross countries of footballs, wrestling, basketballs, and soccer, and track and field. Every 9 months ago, September 2023 through June 2024 next year. We want to take a look at it for about the views. Wow. That was the very greatest, interesting. They will be building up for about, listed for about the 3 years ago. Listed for about for the time as soon as a possibility. So we hang out here for about for a while ago. I don't want to see security cameras in there. So I just wanted about to sit down here and hang out for a while ago for about most of the years. That Ferrucci Junior High Schools is one of my best it's ever about 3 years since about 7th and 9th grade. All things about upgrade for about 900 of them. As much as the same for about entire junior high schools. We can sit there for about once in a while or hang out here for about 6 minutes. It's as soon as about for later on for about, like sometimes it's just to figure out for about most of the years. I did that for about Mrs. Heath's class in this office, and Mrs. Belford and Layson and Mr. Spicers and even those are about all my teachers could for about I think I like Miss Heath, and I think Mrs. Belfast is one of my best as ever. So all I have been things in the most of the entire time for about most of the years. The upgrade class are about most of the entire of the year. So even that there could be special times about. I was fortunately for this one's about entire days of the life. So even the bus over there, so you wanted to see this to take a look at it for the tour. Just like I said, we wanted to see that for the tour. Did that bus wasn't even the tour for about entire days. We built up for about they built up for about since every 3 years. Might be until about listening for about 4 months more until it be done. Listen to water you can see that the water fountains over there to the right, and as long as soon as the possibilities for the later on for about wishes it begins or where about listed for the years ago for a long time, and as long as soon as possible for the later on from now on, let's gonna say if we happen to make a last chance for about as much as soon as the possibilities about be a real life for about the life of the Ferrucci Junior High Schools for me, and it includes about Chris Muffin and me and Bella listed for about since it was 2004 through 2012. Yeah. I wanted to thank you so much for the better than the most as soon as the possibilities, right? And we wanted to be very good, dedicated for the memory for the Dr. Vitt, Ferrucci, and I just got to be tributes to Dr. Vitt Ferrucci's, and then I did for a long time for about Ferrucci Junior High School. So I forgot to the yearbook of 2008 to 2009 school years about for the yearbook about DVD as long as I can. Second yearbooks is about 2009 and 2010. So my good friends and 2010 and 2011 school years are one of the best too. So Elmridge yearbooks also have 2011 through 2014 is my best as ever too. So advanced programs could be good, and Rich Crescent is about my best of the first yearbook. I was in the 6th grade, and most of the thankful for much about better than as much as soon as possible, like right at things at about time about the least we could about. Unfortunately, we started now for the vlogs and announcement and speech reviews, like many timelines about 2023 and 365 days. Before I listed for the next things about 2025 through 2027 about 365 days, it included itself about 1,095 days, most of the time for about 366 days for the next year. Even we did remember that about 2020 for about the 366 days, 2016, 2012, 2008, 2004, and from 2000, and then it could be about 1996. For the next things for about 2028 as 366 days, and 2032, 2036, 2040, 2044, 2048, 2052, 2056, 2060, 2064, 2068, including about 2072, every 366 days, and about 276. And now is 2080, 366 days. That's a long years. So we've been hanging out for about most of them about 6 minutes ago, on standard for once in a while. We wanted to thank so much for coming in, guys. So, we're just gonna have to continue to take a tour for about bus stopways for about no parking, fire lane, and no No cars and no cars allowed here, and just a park here. We want to look at it again, but just take a tour. Sounds interesting. Well, that's me in the Ferrucci Junior High Schools. I just miss Miss Loyan. She was moved to for the Arizona School District. I miss her so much about before they comes back for the visit. So I hope with my friends and Mark and Michael and Corin and I have it about hang out for about Ferrucci Junior High School. So I miss my old teacher, Miss Loyan, and Mrs. Kelly's is okay, but Mr. Coleman, I miss him too. All right, guys. Make sure don't forget hit the button to subscribe for more content. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Go to Refined Cameras, including TikToks, Google Chats, and subscribe for the Instagrams, Facebook Lives today. Subscribe on Puyallup School Districts as long as you can. Also, you can like on Puyallup School Districts and Ridgecrest and Ferrucci and Elmo Ridge and all that time. It's much as soon as later. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming in. Feel free to watch on Ferrucci Junior High Schools for 2010. Miss Loyan and Mr. Coleman, I miss you too. I will always be with you. We love you. I love you. I love you always, you too. With Ferrucci. Ferrucci loves you. Love you both. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord bless us. Alright, guys. I'm gonna end off for the videos. Don't forget, keep it rich, mateys.